Hi, I'm super excited today because I get to read one of my favorite books, The Cool Bean. What do you think it means to be a cool bean? Let's see. Watch out! Here come the cool beans. The cool beans. So cool. They look pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Check out how they move. Look at the way they swagger. Notice their sunglasses. Yow! The cool beans are known all over school, from house to house, across town, beyond county lines. Those are some cool beans. In the olden days, last year, we were all one big pot of beans. We were a mixed bag, but somehow it worked. Yep, those were the good old days all together. And then we stopped seeing each other as much. That's just how it is sometimes. You spend less time together, even though you're not totally sure why. Hmm. I watched as the beans I knew so well, the beans from my own pod, become the cool beans. Oh, they were so cool. Oh, man. One of them could play the guitar cool. One of them could draw the best superheroes cool. And one of them could jump higher than any bean I'd ever known cool. Pretty good. It's pretty cool. Me? Well, I mostly stayed the same. Sure, I made some small changes. I wore sunglasses. Too big. I slicked my hair back. Too slick. I strutted around. Ow. And I swaggered. Oof. I was having a tough time. I was still picked last for everything. My clothes never seemed to fit. I snorted when I laughed. I walked into stuff. I was an uncool bean for sure. I started thinking of myself as just a common being with no special skills. I couldn't compete, so I didn't even try. I'd never be a cool bean. It seemed like there were two types of bean in the world. There were the cool beans, and then beans like me. He looks pretty cool to me. The days all blended together. I lived my life, and things were just okay. I took tests and ate lunches and mostly kept to myself. The cool beans were continued to be cool. I mean, sure, I miss them a little, but it's not like I was going to say anything. I felt like the coolness had gotten in between our friendships. And that's just how it went. Until one day, wonder what happened. I was in the cafeteria. I dropped my lunch on my loafers. Oh no, not again. But then something sort of miraculous happened. Out of nowhere, one of the cool beans helped me clean it up. He didn't even say anything. He just gave me a nod. And that was it. How cool. Later, I was out on the playground. I tripped and scraped my knee and maybe even cried a little bit. Everybody saw. Another one of those cool beans came to my side, and without a word, he dusted me off. Sweet. It's pretty cool to be kind. That afternoon, I was sitting in class. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't notice, but our teacher had called on me. Everybody stared. I sat there in silence. Nobody said anything. And then everybody just laughed at me. That was it. After today, I was officially a has-been. Officially. But then one of the cool beans stood up and came over to me. Everybody watched. She leaned in close and she whispered, "Hey, the teacher asked you to read from page 32. Then she gave me a wink. and went back to her seat. It was a small gesture, sure, but it was also everything. So just a single act of kindness from this cool bean was everything to him. I walked home with a goofy smile on my face. I smiled all the way through dinner. That day made all the difference. It was a day that could have been really bad, if not for the kindness of a few good beans, cool beans. Few good, cool beans. It gave me a shred of confidence. That shred of confidence has continued to grow. So he's starting to feel cool now. Somebody had my back. Or a few somebodies. After that, I started hanging out with the cool beans again. Hey, how have you been? Get it? How have you been? Not all the time, but sometimes. At lunch, after school, even on the weekends. Throughout all of this, I realized that it's not about how you look or any of that other silly stuff. He's throwing all that away because that's not what it's about. It's about a wink or a nod or a smile at just the right moment. It's about dusting somebody off, helping them up again, and pointing them in the right direction. You need a hand? Yes, please. Now that's cool. The end. So we know that being cool is not about how we look or the clothes that we wear or even the people that we hang out with just because we think they're cool. It's about being kind and nice and offering a hand when you need one or when somebody needs one. Just thinking of others. Treating others like you would treat or want yourself to be treated. That's being cool. Hope you had a good time. Thanks.